So, let me set the scene. Okay, so it was December 14th of 2019, and I had just turned 16. Oh no, that's not true. That's not even my birthday. Fuck. It was December 14th of 2019, and I had just turned 16 and a half. I felt like a big boy. I felt good. So I was like, you know what? 6 months of driving. Let me sit my test. Now obviously over here you have to be 16 and a half in order to actually book the test, not even to sit it, just to book the test you've got to be 16 and a half. Now for those of you who haven't done your driving test yet, it's basically impossible to book any test within 2 months of your oh fuck, how do I even phrase this, mate? It's basically impossible to book within 2 months of you wanting to sit your driving test. So basically I had a plan. I was going to get my license, then I went online and everywhere was booked out until February. But in saying that, I felt like I'd been driving long enough, 6 months. I felt pretty good. I felt confident. Oh fuck, am I put my seatbelt on? And I was like, you know what? I reckon I can pass that fucking test. So I basically every day just started going online, checking to see if there had been a cancellation so I could swoop in and take that booking. 2 days went past of me searching, and I found an available test from a cancellation. It was in Whangarei. Hey, what you say? Whangarei? You know that's like 2 hours north, eh? Yeah, well, hopefully I pass. Anyway, I decided it was a good idea, so I drove up to Whangarei, 2 hours drive. I was sitting there waiting at the driving test place, and oh my life. Fucking hell, lads! Mrs. fucking Trunchbull comes beaming for my car. Anyway, she walks over, not a care in the world, goes to get in my car and sets off a minor fucking earthquake in the place. She was probably 6'10", 480 pounds. She makes the Big Show look like small fry. Okay, so after Trunchbull gets in my car, my poor car's on a bit of a tilt, and we start the test. You know, my car struggles to get a move off, but we just start driving. You know, the test is going smoothly. I'm feeling pretty good. I've only had one critical error, and that was going too slow. And then I approached an intersection. This is the one thing in your driving test you hope to avoid, because this just slaps you. So I'm driving, and I look at the traffic lights, and the light turns amber. Now I know from driving that amber means, you know, stop if safe to do so. I deemed it wasn't safe. I went straight through. And then I just saw Miss Trunchbull's face turn. I had a feeling right then and there, I fucked it. Fuck. 10 minutes of driving later, we continued on with the test. Did what you need to do, did the parallel parking, did the U-turn, did the 3-point turn, and we're heading back to the driving station now. So we're back on the same road and she tells me to turn into the place. So I start indicating and I pull in. Didn't think twice about it. I started indicating as soon as she told me. And what does Miss Trunchbull do? Oh, she has a hissy fit at me for not indicating with enough time when I had a car, and I quote, right up my ass. Ugh. As soon as she told me that, I knew what I should have said right then and there. My ass. Right up your ass. Up my ass. I will shove my foot so far down your throat, it will come out your ass. I resisted the temptation. I didn't say that. And we pulled back into the car park of the driving station. Anyway, as we come to a stop, she starts running me through the test. She tells me the only thing I basically got wrong in the whole test, which was I was going too slow. I was basically going 30 in a 50-kilometer zone. And then she hit me with the killer blow.
Unfortunately, at an amber light, you must stop if it is safe to do so. You did not stop, and it was safe to do so. So unfortunately, for that reason, you have failed.
And I tell you what, mate, it's just classic that she didn't even tell me until we completed the test. We literally drove for another 40 minutes, completed the test, and she didn't even tell me. If she told me that I'd failed right then and there, as I went through the light, it would have gone a little something like this.
Unfortunately, that's a test terminated. You what? Instant fail. 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 Get out. Get out of my car.
You can walk back, you sack of potatoes. Anyway, long story short, I failed. After I gathered my emotions of wanting to get out the car and, you know, Conor McGregor her. I had another look online to see if there was an available test, and to my surprise, there was a free one in Kerry. Where's Kerry? Another 2 hours north. So anyway, I decided to venture up there with my mum this time. I decided to have her in the car so I don't get Miss Trunchbull fucking shoving a boot up my ass. And there I am, sitting in my car at the station, ready to go. And guess who walked out of the station?
Fucking hell, lads!
Judge fucking Judy comes beaming for my car. It felt so similar to the first one. It was sickening. Anyway, this lady hops in. The car does its classic little wobble because she's about 45 stone. And then we get straight into the test. So she asks me to show her the horn. So I showed her the horn. She asks me to show her the handbrake. So I showed her the handbrake. And then she asks me to show her the back window demister. All that was going through my brain was shit. I've never even heard of a back window demister, mate. Anyway, to my surprise, eventually I find it and we decide to venture off on the test, and it wasn't easy, but I tell you what, mate, I bloody did it. Now, it wasn't easy, but luckily Judge Judy was a bit nicer than Miss Trunchbull. She didn't mention anything about my ass. The only thing she mentioned was a pass. It just made the 4-hour trip all the more worth it. Anyway guys, thank you for watching that video. I do enjoy making these kinds of videos. So if you want to see more, please bash that subscribe button, turn the notifications on, comment down below any other suggestions you have, leave a like rating, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Adios.